Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Moletrap, and I am here with Rise. I'm very excited to be doing a cast with Rise. Don't get a chance to cast with him very often. He's been on a bit of a sabbatical. And I'm also here with Cholera, and we are seeing Firebathero on our screen right now. I have to say, first of all, I have to thank Rise for being so persistent in his Firebathero fanboydom. I used to hate Firebathero with a passion, and Rise showed me the path to true enlightenment, that Firebathero is actually one of the greatest pro gamers of all time. So thank you, Rise. 3, 2, 1, just in case we need that for syncing later on. And he's going to be playing Much today, which is going to be absolutely crazy because these guys have a little bit of history going on. And I guess I'll let someone else talk about the history, but this is going to be a bit of a grudge match. Let's just say that at the very least. By the way, this is the first game of Group D of the ClubDay MSL.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys have been paying attention to, I guess, any of this, you'd know that first Firebathero and Savior started it all, really, with his grudge match. And then once he played Much later on, and I don't even remember what the game was, Much beat him pretty badly and embarrassed him back, maybe for Savior. I can't remember the details anymore. It's been a while now. And he made the Heart of Pylons with cannons in the middle. And Firebathero, though, after winning a game not too long ago, after he won the game, he made a little heart sign back at, I guess, Much, who he wasn't playing Much, but he made a heart sign at Much to tell him that he didn't forget him, and he was gunning for him in the new MSL. So, I mean, I'm excited to watch this match. I am expecting a lot, and I think both players are out for blood. And more importantly, I can't wait to see what happens at the end of this match.
And of course, SC2GG Rise is the commentator with the infamous video of Firebathero losing to, I believe, Haya at the end of the last Pro League season. Everyone always asks me what the URL is to this, so maybe we'll just put a link to it in the description. But yes, Firebathero cries. Firebathero cries. That's it. Alright, that's in Rise's account. That is the man who does the cast of these things. And that is a great game. Anyway, this is going to be on Destination. This is on Destination. Two-player map. I think it's definitely a little bit Terran biased because there are those small bridges all around the maps, and Terrans can really push hard and split apart the Protoss's two natural expansions, which are on the left and right side of the map. It's a narrow map, and this is annoying because all we're seeing are signs. There is Much, by the way. I don't know if he has his signature iced Starbucks drink right now, which is spiked with human blood, of course. We'll have to see. Oh, Much looks like he's gone for a 14 Nexus here. So 14 Nexus and then Gateway here for Much. The last time Firebathero and Much met actually was in the World Cyber Games qualifiers, where Much 2-0'd Firebathero and then used scouts to humiliate him at the end. So Firebathero is, I believe, 0-4 in his last engagements against Much, and he is definitely itching for revenge. By the way, the other two players in this group are Bisu and Backho, so all Protosses plus Firebathero, and Firebathero's weakest lineup is against Protoss. I've always been saying Firebathero has some kind of secret weapon build ready for these guys, and he has to have a plan other than just go in and get humiliated. At least I hope he does. You know, maybe he... Oh, never mind. I was going to say something political. But anyway, throwing it back to you, Moletrap, any signs or any ideas of what the big plan Firebathero might have in helping his TVP game?
Well, I have no idea, although I have to say that at the very least he's got balls going for him, because Firebathero, first of all, just for the game for a moment, Much has gone for that 14 Nexus, and so he's going to be a little bit behind here on getting his units out, whereas Firebathero has gone straight for a factory, and he's now scouting that early Nexus. So, oh my god, Firebathero going with a bunch of SCVs! Oh my gosh, he's going to try and take advantage of this. And now, this might not be all in. We've seen actually this happen before, where players will they'll go in with a bunch of SCVs, take out that early Nexus, and then fall back, and that sort of thing. And Much now, sending out a probe, he sees the Marines coming in. I don't know if he saw those SCVs, but he's got to be expecting it here. And I think at this point, he's just going to have to abandon this base, because Firebathero is on him and has gotten some quick tech for setting out the probes. So, oh my gosh, it's going to be probes and zealots against SCVs and Marines, and a bunker's going down. If he can get that bunker built, then he will be able to take out this expansion and secure a major economic advantage. Probes coming in. The zealot can't get past the probes and the SCVs to get at the Marines. He needs to kill those SCVs. Oh my goodness, this is absolutely ridiculous. The bunker's gonna go up. No, the probes are intercepting. The probes have gotten around. They kill one Marine. Oh, one Marine gets in the bunker. One Marine gets in the bunker. The Dragoon is too late. And
Two
his
Marines.
base is gonna go down. Oh my gosh. Absolutely insane.
Yeah, this is crazy. I knew Firebathero was gonna have to put the pressure on early because he picked this group. Don't forget the fact that he challenged these guys. He asked to be in this group full of Protoss. So he has some plan to win this match, whatever it is. And it looks like he's putting the pressure on way early. A couple of Dragoons trying to get out for much in the meantime, see if he can do some harassment back at Firebathero's base. But Firebathero's got plenty of probes there. He's going to be very able to handle any harassment that two Dragoons can do. Machine shops attached, I would expect to see a tank coming out soon. He's not building anything yet, but he probably will get some units out very shortly. And in the meantime, he is pounding away at that nexus with a couple of Marines in the bunker. And he's going to wait for high ground, and he's going to be able to fend off those Dragoons. Another couple coming out. Much has resigned this base. He is not even going to fight this. He's just trying to push it whatever advantage he can back to Firebathero. But I don't think he's going to be all that successful with only a couple of Dragoons who, frankly, don't do that much damage to SCVs and Marines. It's going to be very difficult for him to get back in this game.
I think Firebathero might actually be... No, it looks like I thought he was going to upgrade mines, actually, with the number of vultures he was producing. Firebathero trying to put a bunker in his front door. There's the tank. So Firebathero is going to be okay, and I think he's significantly ahead of Much now, especially because he has a forward position. Not only has he killed the Nexus, he has a forward position he can attack from, and he's got Much a little bit pinned inside of his base now. I mean, Firebathero, this was his secret weapon. It's just so funny because, you know... you can just feel the intensity coming out of Firebathero. He is so angry, he can't even play a long game. He's like, let me get at him now. He's like, 14 Nexus immediately pulls his SCVs. He can't even wait to beat Much. He is just, you could feel this kid's his anger and his desire to get some revenge after that loss. Looks like Firebathero is going to get attacked though. 6 goons on that bunker. It's going to take the bunker down. So Much now with about 8 goons. Firebathero is going to have to get a couple of tanks, and I think he'll be okay temporarily. We're going to have to see, though, how his mid to late game goes, because this is not going to be over right now. He's done significant economic damage to Much. Much, I don't believe, has any tech up other than 2 gates and for goons, but Firebathero is still going to need to play at least a solid mid to late game to be able to beat Much, I think, because Firebathero has always been weak in the mid to late game. He certainly gained himself an advantage, but I still need to see more before I'm convinced that Firebathero really knew what he was doing in choosing this group.
Yeah, well, that's what I was before all the craziness happened. That's what I was going to be getting at, was the fact that Firebathero very, very ballsy by picking an entire Protoss group. I don't remember if he actually himself picked it or if he just asked to be in it. I don't recall the details, but he made sure that he was in an all Protoss group because everyone's been saying, oh, he sucks at Protoss and he can't make it past Protoss and that sort of thing. So, you know, he's got something to prove here, and he is just that cool of a player that he is ballsy enough to go ahead and do that. You know, Bisu goes and arranges an all Zerg group where Zerg is his best matchup. Firebathero arranges an all Protoss group where Protoss is his worst matchup. You know, same thing with July Zerg. He knew that Terran was his worst matchup, so he picked the best Terran in the OSL to go up against in his group. Anyway, but yeah, I think Firebathero has taken a significant advantage. I don't know if that was his secret weapon per se to run his SCVs. That's actually been
SCV run
relatively common against Protoss fast expands lately, so it's not quite as ridiculous as it used to be. I mean, it used to be that only players like Boxer and Flash would actually do that, but everyone else has kind of picked up on it. So, in any case, there's a very interesting building here that I can't see what it is. I imagine it might be a starport, maybe, or something. I can't see exactly what it is. I'm trying to figure out what it might be there for, but it's in the back of his base, so I'm not exactly sure what he would be building if it wasn't some sort of tech building, but we'll see. Anyway, yeah, Much has a little bit of catching back up to do here, but I think he's capable of catching back up. He's got some Reavers coming. If he can do some damage with some Reaver harassment, then he'll be right back in this game.
Yeah, if there's one thing Much is good at, I mean, he's very good at getting back from tough spots. I've seen him do it many times, and he has great style of play. That is a starport, by the way. Looks like he may be going for drops or something, or I'm not sure quite yet. But and Firebathero trying to sneak some vultures around, maybe to do some probe harassment. But I think Much definitely can get himself back in this game, and I think it looks like he may be doing some sort of Reaver harassment with the shuttle out already, or maybe not. I don't know if I saw a robotics facility. If he has one, obviously. Ooh, and some vultures going in and trying to take some probes out, and actually getting into the mineral line pretty well, taking a total of what, 3, maybe 4 probes. 4 probes, not bad for 4 vultures, and disrupting the economy as well at that new expansion of Much. But I think Firebathero, you guys are right, this is getting into the mid-game period, and we're going to find out if he was able to improve his gameplay at the mid to late game, because this is definitely his testing point. And it looks like a dropship is getting produced back there. He's also got scan down, so he's going to be able to get some more information than before. 5 factories are going to be out total, and it looks like he's just going for Vulture Tank right now. Observer out in his base. I think Firebathero knows that, and I don't know if he's going to scan it out. And the Reaver going down, and the Reaver going to take out those... at least one of those Marines in the meantime, but great turret placement having the tank right there. He's going to be able to shell that Reaver from almost any position back there, and the Marines go down. And now we're going to see some Zealots trying to take some shots from that tank and help hit it, but the Vulture's in there to take out the Zealot before he can do too much damage. Another one out there still, and that Reaver has half his life still. He doesn't have any shield, but it'll be able to do plenty more damage at this point, and he's also disrupted the economy of Firebathero for that matter. But it looks like Firebathero is gonna respond in kind with a dropship of his own. I'm not sure where he's heading with that, and the goons are heading out. So it looks like Much's base is actually going to be pretty undefended here, and Firebathero may have free reign at the back of his base.
Absolutely, he will. He's getting his vultures, 3 vulture drop here with mines this time, and it looks like he's going to catch these 2 dragoons unprepared here. It's going to depend on some micro. Oh no, Firebathero, poor micro there, losing 2 of his vultures to one of his own mines. So he's not going to actually do much damage at all. Meanwhile, I think Much may have been trying to do a push forward into Firebathero's main. Looks like he's actually not doing that. He's no, he's just retreated his goons. So I'm not sure what else the shuttle did inside of Firebathero's base, since the observer didn't show it. I'll assume it wasn't too much damage. So Firebathero, both of them trading harasses. I don't think Much did that much damage to Firebathero. He got maybe 5 SCVs, disrupting some time, but I think it was about equal amounts of damage, or lack of damage, for both players' harasses. I'd say Firebathero's still in the lead right now, because look at his tank count, it's definitely very high, and he's already got that starport up. It's going to prove to be interesting. Looks like he's got a Wraith, actually. I think that's very smart to deal with the shuttles. Should Much decide to persist in it, that Wraith will be absolutely crucial for the anti-air. Much now getting his Citadel of Adun. He is still at 2 bases. I think Firebathero has prevented him from expanding to the lower left, which is behind that mineral block. I know he was dropping a probe behind there, but Firebathero, I presume, killed it with his vultures. Anyway, looks like Firebathero is going to try to establish that mid position in the middle of the map with the 2 bridges, and those 2 bridges are very critical to map control. If Firebathero can hold this and then cross the bridge and hold the other side, then he'll prevent Much from picking up expansions on the right side. Much losing 2 dragoons carelessly there, and Much now knows the contain is on, and it's going to be creeping forward pretty soon.
Yeah, I think this game is pretty much going to be decided, in my opinion, by what happens there in the middle, as far as basically Firebathero is going to have to try and push across at some point. I mean that's how he's going to get to Much's base, by pushing into it. So at that point, it's going to be up to Much to basically deal with it in the right spot. It's going to be up to where he decides to have his counterattack. If he can counterattack Firebathero in open ground somehow and manage to get more of his Zealots in there and everything, then he'll be able to accomplish a little bit more. Firebathero going in for another drop here, but some cannons are up, but not quite in the right position, so he's going to maybe do a little bit of damage here. A tank in the background as well. This is what I was thinking he should have done with that dropship before, when he could have dropped behind that ridge and spotted over the side. But so he's going to be able to do this, get the tank shots over the edge, but not in a perfect position, and so it's going to get taken out pretty quickly without much damage going on. But basically, Much is going to have to get Firebathero while he's on this open ground, but I don't see any speed lots at all for Much, so I'm not exactly sure how he's planning on engaging this army, and now he's getting completely pushed back. Some of his Dragoons just getting completely slaughtered out in the open here. Much has been a little bit careless with his Dragoons, and now Firebat Hero's taking the second set of bridges. So it's going to be really difficult for Much. I don't even know if he is speed upgraded on his Zealots right now. It's going to be really difficult. I think Firebat Hero is going to take this game.
Yeah, this is a really tough position for Much because the thin bridges are very, very bad for Protoss trying to break out of any sort of contain. And this is actually his only opening right here, is the fact that Firebat Hero has a contain or a nice, stable grouping of units in the middle, and this is going to be the only place that he can do anything. And the shuttle going to go down to that Wraith, and that Wraith coming into play very well. Oh man, so much for Zealot bombs. That's going to be very difficult. That's going to slow Much down a lot. And it looks like Firebat Hero actually has a second expansion down now, and that Reaver almost going down to a Vulture. And no, but it goes down to a tank shot. So that expansion of Much is going to go down unless he can stop him somehow, and he doesn't have a shuttle to get any units there. So he's actually going to be pretty closed off from that, with the rest of the units being in the middle. I think Much has a lot of work to do. He's got a Stargate up, but I don't see any tech for that. Having the Templar Archives out there, I would expect Arbiters, but I don't see anything to be making that building. But it looks like Much trying to push out here, desperately try to get some sort of pincer attack going on. But again, these bridges just cutting him off very badly, choking his units so that they can't get through. And plenty of Vultures to deal with those Zealots. And now the Dragoons coming in after the Zealots are already all done. And oh no! Those Goons are going to get destroyed trying to cross the bridge while the tanks are all on the other laying siege. Oh man, this is going to be tough. I think Much is really he's getting contained very forcibly right now from Firebat Hero, and his luck is really running low right now. I don't know if he can handle it anymore, guys.
Oh my god. Firebat Hero is actually going to get revenge against Much, it seems. I'm going to have to call it for Firebat Hero. He's played very well so far. What I think he's actually done really well, and this is something that wasn't true in the game I casted with him recently. I'm actually not going to say what it is, but those of you who are looking at my account will find out. Anyway, in that game, he did not use his Vultures very well to block speedlots. And this game, he used the Vultures very, very well. You just saw there Much's attempt to pull a flank on the left side, and Firebat Hero just stomped on there with something like 20 Vultures. And physically, Much could not push forward physically. It was just impossible. There was too many Vultures there. Even though the Vultures weren't doing an extremely high amount of damage to the Goons, they allowed Firebat Hero some time to get his tanks in position to block it. Looks like Much is now going to be traveling to the left side, but Firebat Hero, with some nice anticipation here, he's going to block this group of Goons from moving out, and I think with that, once this group is taken care of, the noose will tighten finally around Much and pretty much entirely choke him off. He's taking out his anger on the neutral creature, as you just saw right there, but Firebat Hero, expect some ceremonies from Firebat Hero. I'm just going to say that, although this is the first game of the group, not the last, so Firebat Hero by no means is guaranteed to leave the group even if he wins this game, but who knows, he could be doing some ceremonies anyway. We'll have to see.
Yeah, this has been an excellent game in general by Firebat Hero. I am really impressed. He is, I mean, every single time Much has tried to do some kind of a flank or a counter or something, Firebat Hero has been there with, half a dozen tanks and 20 Vultures every time, and just cutting it off and completely just forcing Much back. If you kind of look at the map in a vertical sense, he's been just drawing a line down from the top to the bottom slowly throughout the course of this game, and pushing a little bit on the left, a little bit on the right, a little bit on the middle, and just taking more ground slowly and slowly. And now here he is, having free reign to expand all over the map, having pushed in on Much's natural expansion here, taking out the pylons, blocking from Vultures and what have you. Yeah, this is pretty much GG. I don't know if we'll see a ceremony yet because, it could end up that they meet again in the final game, and so maybe Firebat Hero doesn't want to set himself up to eat his own words when if he gets beaten in like the final match or something like that. But then again, he has done things like that before, where he's done ceremonies in early stages. Yeah, some Arbiters being produced, but it's too late, buddy. There's Goliaths there to counter your Arbiters. He probably has like 5 Comsat stations at this point. So, poor Much. I was hoping for both of these players, Much and Firebat Hero, to get out of this grouping, so hopefully Much will be able to come back and take the win in the later stages of this match. Some valiant efforts with these Zealot bombs, but it's just too late. It's just, I mean, two of his bases are being sieged. Fireback Hero's already up on him like by 3 bases. So, but yeah, good effort though. I guess at the very least, hopefully Much will be able to come back.
I think you were right saying he's just getting pushed back down. Now he's getting pushed back into the lower right-hand corner. If you look at the map, it's at least 75% purple right now. Purple dots all over the place, a little blue. It looks like Much trying to do his last-ditch effort to get out. And he's actually doing a pretty good job of breaking this defense of Firebathero, or offense for that matter. But Firebathero, just units are too deep in here, and now he's pulling them for all sides, and that's going to be it for Much. I think Much is going to have to GG at this point. Firebathero is going to be able to push forward. Much is almost out of money. Oh! And there we see it! And there we see the... Oh, man, rubbing it in his face. Take that for the scouts. Oh, and look at Much's reaction. He's like, yeah... He doesn't want to give up. He wants to win this so bad, and he just does not want to give this up. But Firebathero is not going to let it happen. He is taking him out, and he's taking him out with some vengeance of his own, using Defense Matrix on one of the Dragoons, saying that no matter what you do, here, I'll even give you Defense Matrix, and you won't. No matter what you do, you will not win this. And GG! Oh man.
Wow.
Firebathero has won the first game. Oh man, that was his little mini ceremony. Let's see what he does now. Firebathero leaving his booth.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to do anything at this point.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to do anything. Oh!
I think. Oh! Hearts in the audience! Alright.
Girlfriend. Much's girlfriend or Firebathero's girlfriend. One of the two. She, neither should be ashamed if they're dating that girl. But anyway, what was my point? Oh yeah, Much, Firebathero, speaking of doing early ceremonies, he did a ceremony after winning the first game against Much in the MSL last year, and then he lost the next two, and then Much owned him psychologically with that heart pylon. So Firebathero looks like he wasn't going to do anything this time. Maybe he's learned his lesson. What are we going to have here next game? We're going to have Bisu versus Backho, battle between two B-starting Protoss players. Should be exciting. I'm going to definitely predict Bisu wins that matchup, though.
I think that's a pretty good assumption to make. So I guess without further ado, let's move on to it.